Guys, I'm caving, okay? I'm caving and I'm replaying Breath of the Wild. And I will come back with my findings. This is me before. My hair's crazy. This is me before I'm anxious. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Because I might have said this in the last video, but I fear it might take away. Replaying it might take away the magic and the nostalgia, okay? Or the specialness that of those memories I had playing the first game, okay? Like my fear is that playing it again will kind of diminish those. So that's what I'm scared about, but I'm also just so excited to like experience it again. I really am. Cause that game was so good. Okay? So I'm gonna go play it and I will come back and probably talk about it more. So I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. Okay? I'm back and I finished the Great Plateau. I didn't leave the plateau yet, but you know, I did all that. God, I love everything about this game. I really do. I love everything about this game. Every sound is nostalgic to me. Even if the sounds are the same in both games, I don't care. Okay? When it's Breath of the Wild, it's better. It's better. And I'm really actually gonna fully play this game again, like, for real. Go. Yeah. I love this game. I love this game so much. It's so much better. And playing it just made me realize I was right. Breath of the Wild just feels more cohesive. Like, everything about it just feels nice together. I don't know how to explain it. Like, everything makes sense. The story makes sense. Like, just seems put together. Okay? Finished with a nice cherry on top. It just seems perfect. Everything like fits the same vibe and aesthetic and stuff. Like, it's just a better game. Like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Yes, it gets minor nostalgia points. Okay, so it gets a lot of nostalgia points. Okay, fine, whatever. But Tears of the Kingdom tries to be too much at the same time. It was an unnecessary sequel, right? And it's just, honestly, that's actually really unfair. Why did we get that game? We could have gotten a new game by now, guys. Like a new story game. Like a new world of Zelda by now. But they decided to make that bum-ass freaking sequel. Are you kidding me? That's really crazy. Yeah. Tears of the Kingdom feels like just like a huge thing of plagiarism, honestly. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, somebody copied their work or whatever. Because it's using the same map as Breath of the Wild, but it, like, never really mentions anything about Breath of the Wild, the Sheikah and all that. Like, it mentions it, like, sleeping 100 years ago and stuff sometimes, but, like, it's just so different from it. It's, like, it doesn't even feel like the same world. It just tries to cover all that up. Well, we're not talking about that because we have all this to talk about now. I don't care about this. What about that, bro? You can't just gloss over that. You can't just not talk about that. Yeah. And Tears of the Kingdom is trying to do too much at the same time. It really is. It's doing too much. It doesn't even... It's too much. It's too much. Too much all at once. It's too much color. Like, nothing really, like, aesthetically goes together. Like, Tears of the Kingdom is very, like, mechanic heavy, like, game mechanic heavy. It's not good at the story. Breath of the Wild was really, really good at the story and the world building and the atmosphere, right? Or maybe it's just, no, yeah. Tears of the Kingdom, there's a story, but it also doesn't make sense. Okay? It doesn't make sense. Don't fuck with time. Don't fuck with timelines, dude. It makes things too complicated. It doesn't make sense. The whole thing where Zelda goes back in time, but then, like, she's actually been a dragon the whole time. No, she hasn't been, bro. That does not make any sense. Don't fuck with time. or time machines. It never works out. Yeah. Tears of the Kingdom was too all over the place. It's trying to do too much, trying to be bigger than it is. And I get you kind of have to be because you're working with the same map, but you can at least make it feel like a sequel. It doesn't feel like the same world at all. And if you were trying to go for that, why didn't you just make a separate game? You know what I mean? I would rather prefer that, for real. I think I would appreciate or like Tears of the Kingdom a lot more if it was just its separate game. Like I think I would appreciate the story of Tears of the Kingdom, and you know, the Zonai part and all that, the aesthetic values of Tears of the Kingdom more. I like it more if it was just a separate game. If it didn't have the same map as Breath of the Wild. If it wasn't considered a sequel to Breath of the Wild and had its own, it was just its own game, it would be much, much better. I think I'd actually enjoy it. But since it does have the title of being a Breath of the Wild sequel, it's not that good. So, that's my opinions. Let me know if you agree. I love Breath of the Wild. Goodbye. That was a really bum-ass outro, so... I love Breath of the Wild, goodbye!